Hi everyone, Bethany here and Sparky.
This is Cleo.
This is Cleo. Isn't she cute?
Important.
She's so cute. Thank you for watching Ask a Puppy Trainer Show. This is episode number 72.
Oh, I asked for that, didn't I?
What?
She bit me. I was playing with her paws.
You're messing with her. Dusty. No, that's my dog, Dusty, off camera. No,
Ooh, you got little sharp fangs.
Be quiet. Well, she's a baby. Look at her big nose. She's going to have that cute big retriever nose. Dusty, cut it out. Cut it out. Lie down like a good dog. Okay, so we're going to jump right in. I'm going to start with a long one. Those are your short baby ones.
Oh, nice. Oh, I get hers too.
This is from, and I was just going to start getting this too, but that's not fun. Don't fight over the paper. No fun. All right, Amy says, can I send a question for the next live Q&A? Yes, you can, Amy.
We're here.
You guys have helped me massively previously. Oh, yay. And I'm back looking for some more advice. Ow.
Which one are you on?
What do you mean?
Oh,
Would you just listen? Just listen.
I have to read it as you say it.
You've never read it as I've said it.
That's why half the time when you ask me a question,
Ricky, no more 2 at a time. We only need 1. Okay.
I need 3.
All right.
Took yours.
We have. Ow. Okay. All right.
No,
okay.
that's mine.
No.
I need it
Hey.
to track.
No.
That's how I
She won't share.
That's how she tracks things. She needs it. Yeah. You don't need me to share. You just. Would you manage?
They're listening.
Would you manage this dog so I can? Okay. All right. Here we go.
Ow.
Yeah, she's
hard.
biting hard. You want to address it, or you want to let us remove her? What do you want to
go for? Woo, girl!
It's
all right, we're addressing it now. All right, guys. So we got a dog that's nipping and biting pretty hard.
Biting hard,
and
not
she's
mouthing.
Not mouthing. She's actually biting and sinking in.
We've talked about kneading and mouthing before, how we handle that very differently. This is a sinking.
So, Ricky, can you turn it a little bit just so they can see more of my frame? Turn it this way a bit more.
He's not in frame enough, Ricky.
Well, I'm about to do stuff with my hands. I want them to see it.
I'm off frame.
Okay. All right.
This is a great start.
As the mouthiness kicks in, now she won't do it. If it continued, the mouthiness kicks in. She starts nipping at the hands. Now she's more interested in Ricky leaving now. Yeah, just Ricky. Okay.
Can I finish my question? Why don't you go?
Do your thing.
Thank you. All right. We have a 1.5-year-old Cavapoo. Takes a hyperspell at night, bedtime, before he crashes. It's usually right when we go to bed. I've tried removing toys, emphasizing bedtime by changing the environment to calm him. It doesn't work. Part of the problem is he has a bad tummy and he needs a small portion of food kept back until 9 p.m. every night for his final walk. If he misses it, he gets sick every morning. The hyperspell seems to be after the food. But it's something we can't cut out. He gets walked 3 times a day, hour plus walk morning and at night. That's plenty of exercise for a Cavapoo. I should add that it's not typical zoomies. So by hyperspell, she means like we talk about the bewitching hour where the dog,
zoom, vroom, vroom.
Yeah, where the dogs seem to go crazy. He's just really hyper, digs out his bed cushions, rolls around, barks to demand play. He's good at stopping barking when we say quiet.
This all sounds like zoomies.
At any other part of the day, but he just wants to play with toys and get attention. But at night, he's totally different, even without the toys. So he's demanding attention from you. It's not zoomies, but it's the same brain thing. He's just doing it differently. I would say you need to get this. This is a 1.5-year-old dog. Let me ask you this. So this is a dog. This is not a puppy. We're still going to help, but it's not a puppy. It's a dog. It's 1.5-year-old. So I would say since you're walking him a lot, what does that walk look like? And if it's too easy, that's a problem. If our lives are too easy, if it's too cushiony, if we never challenge ourselves, if we don't ever do a cold plunge once in a while, or push ourselves in a workout, or just do something to challenge the mind and challenge the body, we become very soft individuals as a society, which is already happening. And so it's kind of the same with dogs. Is if your walks are too easy, if you're not looking for key moments to set a tone, get him to calm down, be more self-aware, then you're not mentally challenging him anymore. So what I would say is just keep that in mind about your walks. You might need some more, oops, I touched my mic. You might need some more challenges. And
Already?
Yeah.
She didn't make that long.
She didn't make it. She's adorable, but she didn't make it long. So one of the things I would suggest, besides just looking for more challenges on walks, and you don't have to do anything crazy. Maybe you just have your dog on leash. You don't say sit. You walk up to your front door, open the front door, and like lean forward or something. And when your dog goes, no, little leash tug, face in front of him, block him, and then make him give space from the door by moving back. The way you do that without stepping on your dog is you hold the leash out and away from you as you move in, okay? And then you close the door and you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again, and then you ask for your sit and go get the mail and come back in with an open door. Like, start to challenge your dog more on mental work. Another simple way you can do this is right after you feed him. Well, I could say work him for his food. That might be one way. Just do some recall, come place, come place, come place. Get some energy out, with his food on leash. He can be dragging it. And then you're gonna pick up the leash after like just 5-10 minutes of come place for fun, for a handful of food. Then pick up the leash and do some let's go work in the house. Now, what we consider let's go work is really simple. You don't talk very much, and we don't do this with puppies. This is move when I move, stop when I stop. So you go down the hallway, you turn, your dog turns with you. Then they pull ahead to get out of the hallway, you turn again. So you're working them slowly and methodically. That's where the move when I move. Instead of being held back, like heel, dog, heel. Which
creates frustration.
Which can create frustration. Instead, you let them go out ahead of you and you counteract them with a turn every time they pull. And then you look for a little moment. Say you do that 10 times and then they're still pulling. You look for a little moment to give them a little tug and release, and then continue on, let's go. Don't make a big deal about it. It's not no bad dog or anything like that. It's just pop and turn and move. And then you pause and you don't say anything. You just want your dog to stand there next to you. Hopefully they'll sit or lay down on their own. And if they keep staring at you like crazy, just look away. We're not trying to nurture engagement right now. We're trying to calm the brain. So that's a really quick oversimplified version, I'll be honest, of move when I move, stop when I stop. It's an adult version for any puppy people watching. But you need to do something to calm the mind. You can also do slow crate patterning or place patterning, which is holding the leash with you, place, 3 breaths in and out. Let's go, tiny circle, pause, place, 3 breaths in and out for 5 to 10 minutes. It's very methodical and it just can really wear them down. But then they get a little antsy and they want to step off. That's when you block. No, you provide clarity. You help him turn the brain off. Anyway, that's what I would suggest. Can we go ahead and move on, or do you want to add?
No, I like what you said about the leash, and the let's go work really tunes in the brain. The other things I've tried doing is if I have a dog that gets crazy after a meal, he eats his meal while wearing a leash and it's attached to my hip. So even
if you don't have time to work him through it,
which I know a lot of people don't.
Work him
Ideally, 100% ideally, we want you to do what Bethany just said, but I know that we all have different lives. We all live pretty busy lives. You may not be able to have that, but if I have that leash on him attached to my hip, he's eating his meal here, I'm doing something over here. The minute he finishes, that's when he does the zoomies. That's what I'm reading at least. And he bolts. Most dogs, when they hit the end of the leash on zoomies, they're like, okay, it's done. And they kind of give up.
And then if not, you can just do a little pressure up in the air. When the dog relaxes, you relax. Nothing huge, nothing major, just a little. You don't say anything, just calm pressure up in the air and then release.
I also want to mention, can I see your leash really quick?
Yeah.
When we say that your dog should drag a leash around, you have to cut this loop off right here. Because if he gets caught on something and he gets hung too badly, we wouldn't want him to hurt himself. Even if it's on the harness, not the neck, it could still be a pretty drastic stop. So we put that on, we cut off the loop so he doesn't get caught on anything. You can frustration.
You can look up drag leash and they'll charge you like $30 for a leash with no loop.
Or you can go to Puppyhood, get a $9 leash and cut off the loop.
And just burn the end if it's nylon.
Yes.
All right. So I know I saw. It's so nice. Okay.
Vicky, let me have yours.
Vicky says, where can I find the schedule for a new puppy? We sent it to you. Okay. I've been watching. Oh yeah, for everybody else, we have schedules for puppies. DM us and our content creator will send you information.
I love that, content creator. That's
our
good.
boss. Okay, I've been watching and catching up on your YouTube videos in the last few days. 10-week-old Shavashan.
Cavachon.
Cavachon. Okay. Puppy will be joining our family next week, and I want to be as prepared as possible. Nothing can prepare you. No, I'm just kidding. Is it possible to avoid separation anxiety in this breed or just minimize it?
There's a lot of genetic predispositions that come with separation anxiety. So you can do the best structure in the whole world. I like how you've probably done some research because you're already assuming it's going to come with separation anxiety for you to either eliminate or minimize. So I applaud you for your research.
So how do you minimize it?
Well, one, this dog's going to come into the house and I'm already going to have everything puppy proofed. I'm going to have a ton of structure already in place. I'm not bringing this dog in and then free for all.
The puppy will not get the entire house for like 2 years.
It gets, give him hope, 2 months,
years.
Dog comes in, automatically is already wearing a leash. I like to introduce
the puppy, an 8-week-old puppy on a leash?
On a harness, yeah. And I'm going to move it around and let it kind of experience its surroundings.
All right, here we go. Difference of opinion. Go ahead, keep going.
Oh, yeah. And I'm going to let it move around the space that I'm going to be giving it, let it check everything out. I put a dog on a leash because I don't trust it to free roam in the area that I'm going to give it. Okay. But I'm still going to put it in the playpen and use a crate schedule. What would you like to add to that, Bethany?
I'm not putting a harness the first time I meet an 8-week-old puppy. I mean, maybe if it's like a German Shepherd or something like that, and I get around 8 to 10 weeks old, that's a little different. But I think this is a small breed puppy. Okay,
this is probably a 7-pound puppy coming in.
Anyway, I wouldn't have it anywhere in the house where it could get into anything like he's talking about, where I would need a leash on the dog. So I would get in the playpen or the sectioned area of my kitchen that I've sectioned off for the dog. I get in there and I start hand feeding the dog. I sit on the floor with the dog and I start hand feeding the dog, and then I might put a piece of food over there. Goes and gets the food and then try to get him to come back to me. I'm just sitting on the ground being lazy as all get out. I don't cuddle and hold the dog for an hour their first day. They're very stressed out.
Which is the mistake that everyone makes.
Yep. They may not take food from you, and that's okay. No big deal. Give them a little food in their crate, and if they're comfortable enough, they'll eat it their first few days. If not, it's no big deal. It could take up to 3 days before he'll take food from your hand, and that's okay, but you still want to try. So let's say I get a puppy that's not going to take food from me right away. What everybody does, that's really unfair, but what some people do, sorry, we're looking at sirens going off. What some people do is they'll get in that pen, that area with their puppy, and when they won't work for food, they'll just sit and let the puppy crawl into their lap, and now they have just become a big source of softness and love and neediness and that's how you've introduced yourself to your puppy. So if my puppy won't take food, they're too stressed, no big deal. I'm gonna stand up, I'm gonna get out of the pen, let them hang out with their respective stuff that I've put in their area or put them in crate, and just let them chill out for a few days. Just take them out to potties, see if you can get some food work out of them, give them their free time, and don't fuss with them too much, honestly, if they're not taking food. Now, if you've got a food maniac, you start shaping that baby right away, or he's going to find other things to do that you're not.
Things to shape.
Other things to shape.
Three top things.
I'm not done. I did my excitement thing. I have my excitement thing. Okay, the most important thing in the whole world is to make sure that you represent calm confidence 90% of the time with your puppy. So what that means is it's not that you can't pet or cuddle your puppy, but turn it into something. So do some belly rubs, some massage, and then go do some Then do some handling on the paws and the ears and lift the jowls. Turn it into desensitizing handling. And there is a difference between calm, confident, good puppy, good job, buddy, versus, oh my God, I love you. So please do not represent, even excitement. Puppy, come, yay, do you want a treat? Sit, oh, who's a good puppy? Let me get on my phone, look, new Instagram. Stop it. Just stop it right now, all of you. So if you will make sure that 90% of the time you are calm, confident, you will get rid of, I gave him 10% of excitement, okay? That will get rid of a lot of likelihood that you're gonna have those issues. And then don't cuddle or pet or do handling with your puppy 20 minutes before crate or after crate. Boom!
That was so much information.
She doesn't even need anything else.
I think she might need the online school.
Yeah, I think she might need the online school too, Bethany.
Look at her. She's
So,
so good.
if you really need help and it sounds like you want that,
And you want to listen
check
to us
out
every Wednesday.
thepuppyacademy.com online school section and sign up. We got a lot of great information there, tons of resources, and every day on
And we have
Wednesday,
private Zooms.
Even at 4 p.m., we have a private Zoom.
Well, it's with other people, but I mean, it's not live like this.
It's not to where anyone can join. It's a little bit more selective.
Yeah.
More interactive.
More
More
interactive.
Thank you. See, Ricky, this is why she's here. This is why she has her own copy. Can we just give 3 main points, though?
If you can be really
Hold a
fast.
dog, not here. This is how you give love and how you cuddle your puppy. You want to hold them down here as if you had a purse on your arm. This is how you hold them. Desensitization, give food. Paws, food. Eyes, ears, nose, teeth, food. That's your counter conditioning.
You can even have them on their back and do a little nice
Yeah,
belly
yeah.
rubbing, but you're not like, don't let your touch create excitement. Make sure it's creating calmness.
What you pet is what you get. You
Wait,
pet high energy.
We
I know,
sound
I
so
love it.
silly.
I love it. I'll
Okay,
take it.
are you done?
Go, go,
To
go.
the Instagram question.
Yeah.
Romeo wants to know when he can start sleeping out of his crate at night. He's a 10-month-old husky.
A husky?
Our Romeo.
This is our Romeo.
Okay, so
I
wait.
like it.
So
I want to hear what Bethany's going to say because I know the answer.
I
can
don't know
give.
Romeo very well, and
He
so.
is a excitable but
But wait,
very
no,
well
I don't want to
behaved
know.
husky.
I don't want to know yet. So if you were just a person random on here asking us a question, I would say a year and a half to 2 years, and then I would ask you like a few questions. Does he like to chew his bed and crate? Does he like to chew? No, don't shut up. Does he like to chew things outside of crate? Because this is not just for them; it's for everybody. Does he like to chew things outside of crate? Any potty accidents? Probably not. Does he do any alerting during the day in the house? And by alerting, I mean like ears up. And then maybe a bark. Does he bark when people come in? All of these things are heightened at night, and when you start to let your dog out of crate at night, then you can start to have a bigger reactivity issue. The dog feels like their space is territory, and they become more on edge. Basically, you have to just try it. I would still wait a little longer. I would wait till you hit the 18-month mark. And that's when they get, especially males, that's when they get their last dose of big whopping hormones. And so they kind of come down. That's why I usually say 2 years, but they kind of come down from that. So when you kind of sense him coming down from that, 18, 19 month mark, all you can do is try it and see how it goes. I mean, and then if it doesn't go very well, he's right back in crate, and there's no shame in that.
I would give him the same answer, but much less detail.
Everybody needs detail. Okay, Harley says, I've got a new golden retriever puppy, 10 weeks. Other Goldens play really well, but my daughter's 1.5-year-old mixed breed is a little rough. How do I calm him down? Her dog is 80 pounds. It's a play style. My question would be, can you control play even when it's easy? Like I can step in front, like in between my dogs, hey, knock it off. And they'll settle down, and then they'll kind of go off and they'll play a few minutes again, and then it'll get up again, but I'm regulating play. If you don't have that ability to be able to just step kind of in the middle, hey, knock it down or settle down, it doesn't matter what you say, it's how you say it, and it's the relationship you have with the dogs. If you don't have that ability and they're totally ignoring you, I wouldn't let my dogs play at all until I had that ability to control them. You agree?
And if it's your daughter's dog and you haven't trained that dog, you haven't worked with that dog, and the dog doesn't respect you as its leader, that's probably not going to happen with the 80-pound dog.
Yeah. And can you do recalls off of
Yeah.
play? Like there are certain things that, in our opinion, you should be able to do first before you let it be kind of a free-for-all.
And
Well,
a
we
baby,
never
a
let it
10-week-old golden retriever puppy, that's a dog that's very
10 weeks.
10 weeks, not months, 10 weeks.
Oh, I thought it was 10 months. They should not be
I'm gonna
playing
say
together.
no.
They should not be playing together. That older dog is teaching that puppy bad habits, and
Super
that
susceptible, and golden retrievers got a lot of energy, and they don't show a lot of that energy when they're young at 10 weeks old, but over the next 6 to 8 weeks, you're going to have a very, very different acting golden retriever puppy who's learned rough play habits.
Yep.
So no.
It's yours.
Give
It's
me
yours.
mine back.
It's yours. It's yours.
You don't get these.
Yeah, sorry, but don't do that.
Build your way up to it, but you gotta. Ooh, I moved the thing.
You moved
It's
Whoa.
rocking.
Whoa.
We'll move with it. We'll move with it.
I just about said an old saying that's really inappropriate came into my head about rocking. Okay, go ahead.
Don't rock the boat. Don't rock the boat.
No, not that one. I'll tell you later. Okay.
Okay. This was from our Ask a Puppy Trainer episode number 3. What if your puppy keeps missing their potty pad? And this is from Bell and Wooly. I'm sorry, but I tried everything for my female pug 1 year to poop and pee, puppy pad, food, waiting, and encouragement. She does. Oh, I've tried food, waiting, and encouragement. She does good outside, but during and time inside. She refused to use puppy pad. Well, it's because you've already taught your puppy to, or your dog, it's a 1-year-old dog, to pee and poop outside. So you're basically teaching him to go in one place, but now you're changing it to inside. It's actually kind of a foreign concept for a dog who's used to peeing and pooping outside.
Because that's more natural.
Yeah.
The puppy pad is unnatural. So.
And I know a lot of people that have done it, but the reverse. They teach the potty pad inside first, and then they move to outside, and they constantly use the potty pad inside as well to keep that that thought process fresh.
Especially
and they
first,
want to keep using it.
Especially first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
When we don't suggest puppy pads at all.
I don't like puppy pads.
But like people even here at Puppy Academy, some of them have potty trained puppy pad. Potty trained dogs, and they really like it. So we're not like against it. We just don't love it. But if you're gonna do it, Bellin, then you're just gonna have to stick with it for longer and keep it up daily. Again,
I'm also gonna eliminate outside potties. If I really want to
get
lock
back
this
into
dog
it.
onto the potty pad,
Yeah,
I'm gonna set up a playpen. That's literally the diameter of the potty pad. But I'll lay down 3 potty pads. 1, 2, 3, and that playpen is going to be down the center of all 3 of those pads. So the pads even go outside of the pen a little bit. Is it a female pug or a male pug?
Female.
So okay, well, you don't have to worry about them lifting, peeing out the playpen.
Yep.
But every day when that dog comes out of the crate, yes, you got to get them on a crate schedule. If you're trying to lock them down to this, you pick up the pug, put them in the playpen, 3 minutes, give them an opportunity, maybe 5 because you're trying to teach something new. They don't go back to the crate for 15 to 30 minutes, maybe even more for an older dog, and then back to that potty pad over and over and over again until they go. But I'll be honest, this is kind of stressful for a 1-year-old pug that's been peeing and pooping outside. So if you have a really, really good reason, like you're a constant flyer and you're on a plane for like 12 hours and you need the dog to go potty in the lavatory
or weather,
on a potty patty,
if you
or
live
weather.
somewhere with a lot of bad weather.
I do a lot of service animal training, so I teach it. I've taught older dogs to pee on a potty pad because the people fly for like 12 hours.
Okay, get to the point.
That was the point.
That was the point.
It's stressful for a dog who's learned to go outside to go inside on a potty pad.
So make sure you really want to do it.
You're really gonna have to push it hard.
That's what he's trying to get to. Is make sure you really want to do it. Okay. Taylor
You're
says
over-explaining. No,
6
my question.
month
6-month golden doodle does great when it's just me and him. But as soon as he sees other people, he gets excited and won't listen to me. How do I fix that?
You gotta matter to your dog. You gotta matter. So you a couple things. You don't matter. Sorry, I'm not trying to be mean, but when there's other
doesn't matter.
When there's other factors around, you don't matter. Hey, I'll be the first to say that when my German Shepherd Dakota, if some little girl looks at her and goes, "Oh," I don't matter anymore. Mm-hmm. But how I fix that is through training and accountability, where I can go, Dakota, let's go, rock back, turn, keep going in a little circle, then line her up nicely, sit and wait. And if she gets out of that sit, she's 6-month-old dog, you can say no, and however you say no.
But your no has to have value too, though.
Yeah, but there's lots of ways to add value to a no. So do some Google searching, get some one-on-one help, and decide what you're comfortable with. But it's like sit, if she gets up, no. And then I tell the little girl, sorry, no petting, or I might let her pet 1 in every 200 times. So my point is just that you've got to do the focus work. And first you do that with nobody around. So you say your dog is good with you, but there's something I like to say is, you think you got good kids till you ask them to go clean out the garage for the weekend. So how much do you really challenge your 6-month-old golden in the house? I mean, does your golden
Everything starts inside.
Does your golden do a downstay while you throw the ball and she waits for permission to go get it? Because that's a really standard, basic thing for an adolescent golden to do. And it's a lot easier to teach than you think, but it's very mentally challenging. Does she stop at all thresholds? Can you just open up your front door and walk right out and go get the mail and she stays sitting there? So these are the things I just want you thinking about, that there's so much impulse control work that you need to work on before expecting that. And then also just what I mentioned before is pick one exercise, be like, let's go work, and get into a groove with a leaf blowing by. Golden retrievers love leaves. Just at the park, sniffing the ground. Just let's go. Get her off of the small stuff and engaged with you.
But you got to teach these good habits before you hit a distraction point. Once your dog is distracted and jumping and barking or whatever it does, excited,
you just get out of there.
You've lost it. So you're working them below threshold, and threshold's not a door in this instance. It's the door in the brain. When that door opens wide in the brain, they're already running through it. When that door cracks open, they see that leaf from 400 feet away, and they're, let's go, turn. Food.
Catching him early.
Don't compromise with the food though. You're not trying to shove food in their nose trying to get their attention. Just get out of there. When they start looking and taking food, when they start looking and taking it outside the situation, that's how you build focus and you build understanding. And then as you get closer to that situation, over a longer period of time, you'll start getting focus back. Not with food, that's how you train the focus.
Just make sure, you can use food, but you want to make sure the dog is engaged with you first before you deliver food, not using food to get the engagement. And that's somewhere to start.
There's no fix. We don't fix this. It's teaching a new form of communication.
Relationship between the two of you.
Upping your value to your dog.
Because here's the thing, and this goes for everybody, not just Taylor. This goes for everyone. I can take 99% of the dog, maybe 98% of the dogs out there, and I can take them for an hour and have them behaving completely different, like a dog you don't even recognize, in an hour for all the issues that you're struggling with at home. It's relationship. It's how you set up those boundaries. And my dogs are more permissive with me than they would be another trainer, because they see me all day and there's little moments that I accidentally let go.
Soften.
So
My recommendation is look up balanced dog trainers in your area and find a balanced dog trainer to work with. And you can also do our online school. We go over a ton of information. And again, every Wednesday at 4 p.m. we constantly coach with a ton of breakdown, where our question for you, our answer is going to be 3 minutes. Our answer for you, and that would be 15 minutes probably. It'd be a much more in-depth answer.
Crystal says, I love what you guys do. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
Cool. All right, guys. We'll see you same time, same place next week.
We'll see you in our online live school.
We'll see our online people later.
1:30. I don't know. Can it go up to 1:31 so it feels more normal?
I know. There we go.
Okay. Now end it.
1:31. Bye.
See you guys.